But we do start with Enzo Fernandez. The deadline of 5 o'clock this evening for Manchester City to have made an offer for the midfielder has now passed. Chelsea have made it clear they want £120 million for Fernandez by 5 p.m. As things stand, our understanding is that no bid has been made. Let's speak live now to Alan Irwin for the very latest on this story. Alan, very good evening to you. 5 o'clock has come and gone. Have City made an offer?
Yeah, look, this was a deadline that Chelsea imposed themselves, and I always think that Manchester City were unlikely to play ball with a club imposing their own sanctions around transfer deadlines. So no offer has been forthcoming from Manchester City for Enzo Fernandez today. Now, the very fact that Chelsea won £120 million for his services may well make City depend on other factors, such as whether Rodri leaves the football club. Now, City's boss, Enzo Maresca, is a big admirer of Enzo Fernandez. There's no doubt about that. He understands exactly what he could bring to the club. He's a big admirer of the ability during his time he spent at Chelsea. But I think the transfer, if it was to come off, is very much dependent on whether Rodri leaves Manchester City for Barcelona. And today, Rodri back in the country and meeting up with Enzo Maresca this afternoon.
Let's just bring you further details from that then about that Enzo Fernandez deal. The verbal acceptable terms and conditions that were made available to Enzo Fernandez's representatives for potential interested clubs at the end of May is off the table. It is expected, we understand, that Enzo Fernandez will be at Chelsea for the 26-27 season. Let's get back to Alan, because you heard from Enzo Maresca a little bit earlier on. Alan, what did he have to say about everything to do with this deal?
Yeah, it was a press conference this morning that was essentially around the Community Shield game against Arsenal on Sunday in Cardiff, but it was always likely to be dominated by the talk of Enzo Fernandez, and that certainly was the case. Do Manchester City need Enzo Fernandez, given they've splashed out a club record £160 million on Elliot Anderson? Would it be dependent on Rodri leaving the club? And finally, does Enzo Maresca want Enzo Fernandez at Manchester City?
No, in this moment, again, I have to give you the same answer since day one, and will be always the same. It's a player from another club, and I don't think it's correct to speak about other players. In the same time, I don't think it's correct when other clubs they speak about our players. So that's why I'm not going to say nothing about players that they are not with us.
Do you anticipate having to do any transfer business today?
Not today, to be honest. I don't think we're going to do something today.
Alan, we can all say there is a deadline, but it's not an official deadline because the transfer window remains open. Do you think this story might run and run for the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, the transfer window does remain open until the 1st of September, so there is a possibility that Manchester City may test Chelsea's resolve. Even given the statement that you just read out there, Rob, there is a possibility that if Manchester City sell Rodri to Barcelona, and they may be back in with another bid very shortly, then Enzo Fernandez could be a big target for Enzo Maresca and Manchester City. Now, these sort of deadlines have been imposed by clubs before. I think Manchester United back in 2020 when they tried to get Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund, and they failed after Dortmund imposed a deadline of their own, and they had to wait another year. So we never know in the transfer window. But the fact of the matter is, and listening to Enzo Maresca today at that press conference, is he does seem keen to strengthen the squad further. So I feel this has got an awful lot left in it yet, plenty of legs in it. It can run and run. Oh yeah, and by the way, there's a small matter of a football match for Manchester City to play on Sunday.